Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena. We're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Okay, now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. And the Commanders get home. They drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. First carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Hop on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Collects this at the 35. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
He may have been drafted second in 2024, but Daniels was the rookie we couldn't stop talking about last season nor take our eyes off of. He really, Kate, put the capital D in dual threat. 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns passing, and just 900 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground.
I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss, first play of the game.
We call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, play goes nowhere.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They kick the running back in motion. Sending a receiver left. Daniels throwing on third. He's running for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Now that's a situation may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Your career is more at stake when you win your prom. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders' offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Smith. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So second down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, it's Smith. Short pass brought in. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Smith. And he touches him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my low.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Shotgun give here to Gentile. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Cut out left. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. And the Las Vegas first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10 from the 41. That's complete right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Here's Smith. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Leading 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. And again, it's Smith. He's still going at the 30. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
there's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
He kicks it to the right sideline. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He gets it upfield, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Here's Genty. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Now it's second and goal from the 1. We go to him again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Jukes the defender. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Running back, motioning right. Throwing on first down. Daniels. Completed over the middle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Now Daniels off the play action. Excellent protection so far. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, he's going to run for it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field, and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a gain of 22. And the Commanders will have a first.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
Daniels on first down. Now here he goes. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. On his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Eckler has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. For the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. They send this away. Tucker now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. First play is going to be a gift to Jency. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Smith back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Smith to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Straight ahead with Jency. Gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Thank you, Luvu, there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Play fake here, Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. That one's complete, right side. And he's taken down. Some quality yardage on that play.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Daniel's going to keep it, and he gives himself up after a short gain. Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now with Daniels. Took off with it again. Into enemy territory in the yard at most from the 1st. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB cock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Daniels keeps it himself. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's caught by McLaurin. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Daniels now on 1st down. He finds Brown right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Hand off now to Eckler. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action now. Daniels. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Well, this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. Near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Eckler. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Raiders 7.
Now to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, Smith. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. Free inside the 30. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 60 yards. And the Raiders first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Smith on first down. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside, defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he stopped on the run back of the 27. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Daniels setting up the play action. Lofts it deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Daniels from the pistol. Now he takes it. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
your play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Trying to run in, Eckler. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Missing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines. Sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. And can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, offense dealing with third and goal now from the 10. Daniels back to throw. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. James Daniels with the touchdown.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's White on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Finds his back complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
You know what I love about X? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
In a good spot here, second and inches. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. And take him down right along the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And this is down to the doorstep of that red zone. Another yard to reach it and pick up that first down, too.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Giving this to Genty. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. He'll start the drive with Eckler. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It's been a struggle all game. This one's quickly mopped up, too.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short, Daniels. He finds Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Man in motion out of the slot. Daniels on first down. Connects on the crosser. He's forced that bounds after picking up about 7.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Now Daniels off the play action. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Y'all gotta fuck my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept, sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1 2 yards there.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders with a chance to boost their lead. Again, Daniels to the air. He can run it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels finds him over the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 21. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He's got it. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air again, Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space, put your head down and go get the first.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Play fake here, Daniels. Look, pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Gay's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Tucker now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down, Smith to throw. Completed over the middle. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Smith to the air now. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Smith. Hits him on the out route. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Carlson's kick is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So yes, indeed, that is being confirmed, partner. They just said no to the penalty. What's going on?
I tell you what, Kate, if they don't want the free yards, you and I know 31 other offenses in the league who'd be happy to take them right now.
No doubt about that. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. One final shot before the half. Throwing the out route complete. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Commanders, some QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Eckler. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Commanders first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down, ball at the 36. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Staying with Eckler. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's caught by McLaurin. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 30.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
That's complete right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send Samuel right. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Commanders will have a first.
First and 10 at the 18.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 15-yard line.
On the give, here's Eckler. Escapes a defender. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He tries to sneak it. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward. All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's White on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. First and 10 now from the 30. First play is going to be a give to Jency. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun. Here's Smith. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raider first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Gets this one to Myers. And they make the tackle at the 38. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, Jency. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they can't call a return together. They don't have the football. They've got it on their side of the field. This one intended for the running back.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Daniels now on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, and he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. That's him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Thought for a second he might have had the first, but still a little bit of work to do here on 2nd down. Daniels setting up the play action. He takes it himself. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
This is 3rd and goal. They're backed up to the 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
From the gun, Smith. That's caught by Jack Bench. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
First down, Raiders.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Straight ahead with Genty. Cheeks out a one-stop. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Caught quick right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Smith setting the throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Brock Bowers the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Raiders 34, Raiders 27.
right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. As this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Hand off now to Eckler. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the 29. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. Now Daniels to throw. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And off to Jency. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Here's Smith. Man downfield, and Myers has it. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First down, Smith to throw. Dump off Conway's back. He's stopped at the 31-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Genty from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Man in motion, headed right. Smith on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Smith on 1st down. He's keeping it. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders now trail by just a point in the 4th. Geno Smith with a touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tie ball game now as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. Showing a little burst so far. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got 1st down from the 31. On the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd and just 2 to go. Daniels back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got first down from the 31. Eckler running dead ahead. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Daniels from the pistol. Now here he goes. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Running with Eckler again. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Washington first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Trying to run in, Eckler. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Daniels now. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I gotta make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Daniels. He brings it in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 4th-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had to look at the drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Raiders.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He finds a little room there before being hauled down. Gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Countered in to Genti. Breaks the tackle, still going. Ooh, awfully close to that line of gain. Stop though, made it the 46. 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. Giving this to Genti. And he's going to work it ahead for about 3. 2nd down coming up. From the 41. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
From the gun, Smith. Looking for an open man. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
50 be out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And he's going to go down. Make it to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Daniels. Sets up the screen. Eckler. And he's going to wind up in the red for this play. Back to the 8.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into traffic, complete. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. We'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punting unit out now. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fair catch is made, a yard or 2 short of midfield. The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Give up the guts. It's Genty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Raiders losing by 7. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Big catch is made, and he two. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's going to tuck it and run. And Smith wisely slides down safely with enough to move those chains. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with...
And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Samuel now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. He finds Eckler out of the backfield. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pass him on the quick hitter. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. With a solid gain there. He gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On now is Matt Gay with a kick to decide this game. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. He's got to be confident, having hit both of his tries already. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.